send your presentation to philip@digitizer.org, and then we will put it on our drive, and then you'll be able to present yourself. We will start in a few minutes as soon as I get the go from our streaming people, and then we'll start. Right. So, nice new faces. Very warm welcome to you all. So just so that you know, if you still want to present, because you didn't know you had to present and now you have an opportunity to be on stage, it's still possible. You send your slides to philip@digitize.org and we'll put you on stage, okay? Are we ready? Can we go? But that will be difficult. So very warm welcome to you, to all of you. My name is Philip van Ippe. I'm the CEO of this space called DigitYser. For whom is it the first time in this building? Okay, this space is a co-creation space. It has been created for technical people so that they can meet and share knowledge. It's built on top of communities and mainly on top of the data science community, which is now 4,000 people strong. And we needed a space to exchange ideas, to work together on hackathons, but also to have trainings and all these things that you want to do when you are part of a community, including the bar, of course. Normally you all received a little digicoin that you can use on the bar. And we already have virtualized that digicoin, and we have a blockchain doing the digicoin services. So in the future we'll be able to work on the blockchain with those digicoins. So very warm welcome at DigitYser. It is a very happy moment for me, and a moment where I'm very proud, because today I'm hosting this event where you will meet the data science boot campers that have been working day and night very hard for the past months, since August, to sharpen their skills in data science. Over the past months, they have been certified in R and done some certification in Python, worked thoroughly to understand all the SQL stuff. Most of them even got certified in SAS, and they did all that technical part in what we call the first phase, which is our summer coding camp. The best of these people are here tonight, and they will present themselves, and they are already in a second phase, a phase that is called the Data Science Bootcamp, where the idea is that these people are going over use cases. So they start from a business problem, they look at the data, they refine the data, and they go over until the end report or the end presentation to the customer. Having people to understand what the business really need was important for our different companies we work for. So I'm trying to find that slide, but I think in that explain. Yeah, why did we do that bootcamp? Well, basically we did that bootcamp because big Belgian companies requested to have experienced junior data scientists. They wanted to have the data scientists who had already been in contact with projects of building a recommendation engine, or with some problems on pricing issues, or some segmentation in marketing area, who have already worked on refining data sets and so on. They wanted that hands-on feeling. And when those companies like Carrefour, like Engie, like AXA asked us if we could help them, we compiled this training. We compiled this training for them, and they are the main beneficiary of this training. So you will probably the most of our data science bootcamper will go and work at one of the top companies in Belgium, but it is a completely open environment. So if there are other companies who are eager to recruit you as a data scientist, that's also possible. So we are doing this bootcamp for the third time already. Over the years, we started when we were still hosted at AXA, and then last year Katja took on the role of managing the bootcamp, and we did it here already for the first time. And this year it is my friend Olivier who does all the administration work to make sure that all the trainers are there on time. So I really like to thank Olivier Dirks for all the energy he's putting into making this a success. So today the data science community is more than 4,000 people. We moved about a year ago to this building. We prefer this building because this building is our own now. It's not branded AXA anymore, it's branded DigitYser. And this is your space. It's your home. If you need some time off to go into more details into one specific topic, you can come and do that here. If you want to follow a training, you are welcome here. If you need meeting rooms, you are welcome here. If you want to share your knowledge, and that's also important because it's all about give and take. If you want to share your knowledge, you can do that here, and we will put in front of you people who are eager to absorb all the knowledge that you have. Yeah? So here we are then, and here is Jojo coming in, so welcome. He's an ex-boot camper and one of the happiest one. Here is the agenda. Today we are going to have a few presentations of companies who are eager to present themselves. I've asked them to present their project that they are managing mainly. Not necessarily why the company is so successful, but mainly what are the difficult projects that they are working on and why a data scientist who is eager to learn would join that bigger company to go and work. Following that, we will have the boot campers presenting themselves, and that's a 2-minute presentation. The companies have 5 minutes, boot campers have 2 minutes to present themselves, and after that we will go to the bar and start networking and facilitating, in fact, that meeting moment with you and the companies and the boot campers. So, any questions until now? No questions? If you still have some presentations you want to do, I know that Joshua is going to do a presentation in a minute. Yeah, there you are. You can send your presentation, Joshua, that's no problem. So, the next presentation is about a company, and I would like to introduce you to Wannes. Wannes Rossier has crossed the line between being a consultant towards being on the other side for a company, and I think he will give us a lot of feedback on how it is to go from being a consultant to work for a company. Wannes is also one of the few people I know in Belgium who has received kind of a blanco check, a wild card to do something amazing, and it was his company Essent who gave him that opportunity to build a team, a data science team, without putting too much pressure in KPIs and all the necessary. The only thing he needed to do is to deliver 3 or 4 good ideas a year, and that was, at least that was the last time we spoke. Wannes. Here is Wannes Rosiers.
Well, I don't know if you hear me. It's even less. We have 0 KPIs. I just have to show up sometimes for the CEO, and we can do whatever we want. Exaggerating a bit, just a tiny bit. Philip, you stole something from me. Thank you very much. So Ascent, data science at Ascent, and I present to you a completely very unsexy core business. What we do is we sell electricity and gas. Well, we don't even produce it. We buy electricity and gas and we sell it to the customer, to other companies. So why would you need to be interested in working for me and for Ascent as a data scientist? Well, there's much more. As Philippe said, more or less 2 years ago, I received a blanco check. I was moving from my consultancy firm away to somewhere else, was located as consultant at that moment at Ascent, and formal CEO said, well, we want to do something with data as well. So here's a white paper, fill it in as you want and do something with it. We don't put KPIs, but build some use cases, and after a few years, let's try to prove you did something valuable. Why did I chose this one? Well, at that moment, Ascent chose for the future. And as of 2 weeks, Ascent also chose to be live. So we have a complete analytics environment up and running, building prediction models daily, building predictions on a daily basis, scoring them, making it actionable till the end phase. So not only the future anymore, but actually doing stuff right now up and running. So what? I got a white paper. Fill it in mainly with open source components, as the company wants to use open source, but if there's none, okay, then you can buy something, and fill it in with cloud technologies. I'm sorry for you, but we already chose Amazon. Well, I was pretty fine with that one. So this is what, in the end, what we put on right now, but all the components are there, are built in a system where you can put it out and plug another one in. So for example, for now, there's no Python on there. If you would hire someone who wants to create Python scripts and do stuff with Python, that's easy to get it in. For now, we chose R. There is already a Python interface via the Zeppelin notebook because it comes freely with the AWS technology and infrastructure we're using. But everything that's on there is chosen by us. And the cool thing is, 2 weeks ago, we went live, and I have a freelancer, so I pay him per hour, but I only pay him 8 hours a day. And during the moment that we went live, I think he made days of 10 or 12 hours, and he didn't bill anything else, just the 8 hours, because he was feeling that he was bringing his baby live. Because not I and not my management chose whatever's there, it's the team that chose the technologies and the way we're working and putting stuff there. As said, it's not the environment. Okay, we need some components in there, but we really started thinking from what are the use cases we really want to bring in the first phase, and what are not the use cases that I want to bring, but the ones that business will start using. I can imagine a lot of fancy stuff, but if I build them and business not using them, then after all, I would feel quite useless Although I don't have KPIs to my CEO, still I would feel quite useless. So let's start with things that's been used. In a utility sector, first thing that comes to mind to everyone probably is a churn prediction model. So which customer is going to end his contract? Because if he signs somewhere else, we only have a 14 days period you can retain him, but we will never know within those 14 days he actually signed somewhere else. But it's not only about customers. So we started then, okay, we need features on a customer level. Let's call it the 360 view if you want to use buzzwords and stuff like that. But there's other levels as well. We have house levels, but we have also completely other use cases. Workforce prediction, our call centers are located somewhere else, either in Belgium or actually somewhere else. And we now need to order how many call center agents we need within 2 months on a semi-hourly base. So within 2 months, on a Tuesday from 9 to 9:30, I would want these amount of call center agents speaking English, speaking Dutch, speaking German, French, German, and Dutch. There's many more use cases. Come and talk to me afterwards if you want to know what is already there and it's being under development. But then Ascent Belgium is part of, first of all, Ascent Netherlands, but then of Energy, which is a large European utility company, more or less 40,000 employees, 100 million customers within 42 countries. No longer, because it's not feasible for me to combine anymore, but previously I was lead data science and innovation of the retail part of Energy. And we really want to position Ascent Belgium as the speedboat company leading the giant energy company. So whatever we're doing in Belgium might be useful within other European countries. And the first thing is that if we would go back to the infrastructure and tooling slide, Ascent Netherlands is now setting up exactly the same. Starting from our scripts, because the infrastructure is scripted, starting from our blueprint, how data moves throughout the system to a raw clean the feature and then building prediction models and making it actionable. So we really see that what we wanted to do there and being that model, being that speedboat company since we're small is actually working. Because the first company within the group and Ascent Netherlands has 2 million customers in the Netherlands. So a first large company is doing exactly what we are doing. And then, very unsexy core business, yes, but we need to evolve. And within the futures, there's cool stuff coming on. There's smart meter data, there's smart home data, all of the IoT devices at your home. All that, we already have a smart home application and we own that data, so we can build services on top of that. We just don't have many users, many customers using it yet. But that's coming, that's the future, and it will flow in the same analytics environment and feeding new use cases which are really interesting to work on. And of course, it's not only smart home, it's also other services, electrical cars, electrical bikes, and stuff like that. So if you're interested in knowing more, feel free. I can show you what we're doing, I can show the tools, I can show the use cases and tell you more, and would be happy to. 5 minutes, Philippe?
We have the time for 2 questions, so.
Well, afterwards I have time for many more, so.
And after that, you have all the time.
It's not a very important question, so if somebody else wants to go. Just a curiosity, actually. You are a very successful data scientist, engineer. Do you have any passion projects you work on, data science or machine learning that, like, do you just work on this, or do you spend your weekends working on some other projects? To learn more,
I have a project of 3 years old and a project of 6 months old, and they're both like this, and they have artificial intelligence in their head, so there's not many time left for more.
Another question? Okay, let's move on. Thank you very much, Wannes. Excellent. So the next presentation will be Jojo.
Okay. I'll try and do my best. Where's this thing? So it's not Jean-Jo. Ah, yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. The full 4 slides. So it's not Jean-Jo, it's Jellert from Explodata. As Philip said, a sister company of a larger company being Kronos, the Kronos Group.
Kronos is probably also one of the best kept secrets in Belgium. Everybody talks about concerning startups. Everybody talks about start it and all this stuff. Take a look at Kronos. There's more like 300 different companies they started up in the past few years. It's an amazing way how they do business, and they sprout
Mm-hmm.
companies like InfoFarm, like Explodata, allowing those youngsters to lead their own battle and run their own company.
It's the largest IT firm you have never heard of. Because we because we all brand using our own company names. And I work for Explodata as a data scientist, and Jean-Jo as well. By the way, we met Jean-Jo here at the data science bootcamp last year, and we actually hired him. Still like it? Can't say anything else. So what do we do at Explodata? We do data-driven decision making. Doesn't say a lot, but that's all we do. Nothing more, nothing less. And how do we do it? Well, slides seem to be a bit messed up, but we try to deliver an end-to-end process, doing anything from source data to visualization, and then doing modeling, prediction, machine learning, AI to throw some buzzwords. So we have visualization experts, we have data engineers, we have architects, we have project managers doing our projects, making sure everything is very well planned. So we really have this end-to-end process, and we work very closely together with i4BI, another Kronos firm, to make sure that we can actually bring that to our customers. To talk a bit about Explodata himself, our core values, these are our values, starting with openness. As we're a consulting firm, well, it's not always easy to get to know your own colleagues because you're staffed at the customer. Yet we try to meet at regular moments in time. We have our evening sessions where we do knowledge sharing and really get to know each other. We go out for beers very regularly, and we have our team meetings, and that leads to team spirit, of course. Yearly we go on a ski trip, we go on team events, we have Santa Claus parties and stuff like that. But once the partying is over, we're very professional at the client side, and we deliver. That's the professionalism. We also make sure we grow. We have our own innovation lab where our consultants can develop their ideas and work on it and maybe get to an offering to our clients. And they have some guidance as well. Of course, you need some drive to get there and to really go to the proposal and work on your ideas. So that's Explodata, and these are the functions that today we are having in our company and we're recruiting for as well. So we have our data engineers, we have our data scientists, our project managers. So basically anything that I talked about in the previous slides. We are 62 consultants large today, of which we have 6 data scientists and expanding. And here you also see some of the technologies that we use and have knowledge about. For data engineering, that's Oracle, ODI, Data Integrator. We have Informatica as well. We know something about big data as well. For data science in particular, we use Python, R, Spark, the basics, the buzzwords. And that's it. That's Explodata. If you want to know something about our project, please ask. Come and see us at our stand, of course.
Any questions for Explodata?
One example of their project?
I've been at a large telco firm in Belgium here, predicting SIM cards in the future, doing some text mining on call logs to make to find out what people are calling for, so that we can help our customers in a better way.
Who was a bootcamper last year created this application in the banking sector. Can you say something about that?
Did you? Well, yeah, we also developed like yeah, let's say we have the innovation lab, and the idea was to create a tool for the customers so they can do data science very easily, because it's easy to build something in Python, but then you need to industrialize everything, and so we creating tools to help customers using the models we've built. So. Yeah, and if you want to more, please come.
Okay. Yeah. Works. Okay, explode data. What do you want about explode data?
I'm a big fan of Explodata. This mic should work. Okay. Explodata is also one of our partners that we are working together with on the Johnson & Johnson hackathon that we are doing next week. So for those who have not been online in the past 2 weeks, there is a hackathon going on the 23rd and the 24th of November. It's a hackathon for good. It's a data for good hackathon. And the idea is to work around one central theme, which is called HIV, and a derivative of it, which is HIV drug resistance. You develop drug resistance when you don't take your pills regularly. What we want to do in this hackathon is to map out in a heat map the areas where there are a lot of cases of HIV drug resistance. Being drug resistant means that you inside your body you are developing a mutant virus. The problem with that mutant virus is that it cannot be treated today with the current medicine. So it's a big danger of spreading that mutated virus around your friends and so on. So that's why we want to develop this heat map and understand the reasons why it spreads so fast, so that we can then share that information with the local administrations in the different countries, so that they can start communicating about it and influencing people. So if you want to join this Data for Good project, if you want to do something good of your next weekend, we are starting this hackathon as of Friday lunchtime, and we will end on Saturday. The interesting part of this hackathon is that the winner of the hackathon will also be sent to the local countries to work with the local data scientists in order to work with their data to refine their model and to show where the areas with high drug resistance are, so that the local countries can start communicating. So we are going beyond the hackathon. We are going to do some capacity building in the local countries. We are going to make sure that the local data scientists understand the model you will have created. So don't hesitate to sign up for the hackathon. It takes place next Friday. It starts on lunchtime and ends on Saturday night. Thank you. So the next presentation. That's okay.
Yes. So somebody's going to move the slides? Or so we are from Lantana, small company. You can go further. That's one of my colleagues, Jean-Pierre. So we do artificial intelligence and blockchain, essentially focused on Microsoft technology. Why? Because we believe they have become more open than before, and it really offers all the technologies to bring these two solutions to the customer. Next slide. So, not a problem. So, why should our customers, that's how we convince our customers to go for AI. It's because they want or they can gain time or improve quality of time. Gaining time, increasing the speed of the process, and quality of time is customer journey. Okay, Lantana. It's a cooperative company, limited liability. So why? Because with that kind of company, people, freelance, students, employees, and so on, they can step in, can step out after a few years, but get rewarded with shares that they get. We believe in really working together, collaborating together in an open and transparent ways, both internally and towards customer. So it's really people-driven small company. Okay. If you can, not a problem. So, what do we do? What do we do essentially? It's AI. So it's maturization workshops. It's helping people to get ideas, pilot projects, real projects, managed services. And what we do not do or less focus on is the infrastructure part as well as the ETL part. So we focus more on the machine learning part, so it's more on the business part. So yeah, data aggregation, data ETL. So when Explodata was talking about Informatica and so on, that's less our focus point. So we try really to help the customers on the business side. This is an overview of the Microsoft stack. It's not the purpose to go into detail, but just to show that it has a complete stack. Then some examples on which we have worked, involved in. It's about recommendation of the cost calculation of pieces in manufacturing based on bill of material. And it's data that we explore and try to apply machine learning to have a better prediction on what could be the cost if we have to produce something in the future. Next slide. Predictive maintenance. Yeah, we are working on it. So it's predictive maintenance in industry. So it's really based on data that comes from PLCs or also part of production processes that comes out of the bill of material. So it's really to reduce errors, improve quality, and so on. Within the freight, transport, train, road context of a larger group, which works with a lot of operators, European operators, it's about booking cancellation prediction that we did. To give you an idea, it's about 5 million transport per year, and the operator buys a train with 200 wagons on it. It has to be completed with loading units, containers. If it's less filled than 90%, the company on that track, the train moves from Antwerp to Oslo, they lose money. That's what we did. It's booking cancellations. We are now continue to work on it for further exploration. European Network Transmission Organization Electricity, probably Essent will know them. It's about data aggregation. So there are a lot of players like Essent who contribute on doing predictions on electricity needs in the future. We did the data aggregation part in that piece. Okay. Then we applied artificial intelligence for anomaly detection based on images of certain anomalies that are detected based on pictures taken from helicopters where we applied deep learning. So here we applied CNTK both as TensorFlow. And the last one, it's a retailer, cannot tell the name, consumer products. It's about identifying correlations between Net Promoter Score, which is very well known in marketing terms, a very well known marketing term, and the correlation with the verbatim, which is free text, unstructured data from all kinds of content sources like service après-vente, after-sales feedback from customers, and try to correlate if it corresponds. That's it. If you want to have a discussion on certain things, come and see us.
Yeah, and the great thing about Tana is that they are based in a wonderful location, which is called DigitYser. So you won't have to go back very far to meet them. So unless is somebody from Python Prediction here? Are you going to present something? Do you have a presentation sent to me? Okay, you don't need. I'm sure you don't need any slides. We are going to put up your logo and then and so you can present. So. So about Python Prediction is also one of the original partners of the data science community. Geert has been driving many meetups with us and holding many workshops with us on prediction models and sharing all his knowledge with the data science community. So we are very happy that even after 5 years we're still working together and that Python Prediction is still very happy to come and present their skills and why they are looking for junior data scientists.
Is it okay now? Okay, I'll start again. So I'm Eileen. As I said, I'm not at ease on the stage, but yeah, I want to present our company anyway. Python Predictions is a consultancy company. We're based in Brussels. Our focus is on data science projects, and we have 12 years of experience in predicting behavior and events. So most of our projects are about predicting human behavior. We have a variety of skills in the team. So our people, they're all data scientists, but some of them have a broader technical background, and some others have very good analytical consulting skills, which means that they're good at translating a business problem into an analytical one, and to make sure that what we do has impact and has value for the client. About the clients, so everything or almost everything we do is in a business context. So our clients are telecom companies. We have projects in banks. We have projects in fashion. But we're also looking for new industries and areas. For example, we now started our first project in health. Most of our projects are in the context of marketing, HR, risk, or operations. We try to stay current in our field by following trainings, by going to conferences, but also we also have people in the team who give trainings. The trainings they give can be technical or non-technical. And a good example of that is that my colleague Nele will be your trainer in the bootcamp on Monday and Tuesday next week. So you'll meet her. She's very nice. That's it. That's a very brief introduction of who we are. But if you have more questions, you'll come and see me. I'll stay here for a while. And Geert sends his regards.
Any questions online or later offline? Any question you want to ask to Python Prediction? No? Okay. So we are, unless there is another company who arrived over there. And who has a presentation? Just a logo? Okay, good. And it's, just tell me the name of the company then. Oh yes, of course. I was wondering where you were.
Okay, it's off now. Okay. It's okay. Hold it. Just 5 minutes. Sure. The one that you prefer. What do you predict? Well, that's good enough. Yep. If people can read it. There you go. Okay, let me present myself. Thank you very much. Michael Liadjun. I'm, I think, 15 years doing data science and in analytics. I've been working at ING, at French company also, CLM, and now I'm working at Bank, and it's almost 11 years I'm there. Bank, I had to present a bit the company. It's a Belgian bank, but we are linked to the Crédit Mutuel No Europe. We are in the group of the Crédit Mutuel, so it's one of the entity of the big group of Crédit Mutuel. And we are one of the small competitor on the Belgian market running the banks. We are behind the big four, and we're trying to do the best to get also a business running. So right now, I'm the head of marketing analytics and strategy within the bank. So just above me, you have the director of marketing and you have the CEO. So the level is quite high because when we talk about analytics, we aren't talking on the analytics just for campaign. We are also talking analytics for strategy. Some of the different questions that we get from the different departments can be from sales, can be from product. It can also be from marketing, or it can also be from management, who can ask you based on data what is the next strategy to be used on a specific segment or on a specific group of people. So when I think about analytics today, it's not only limited to data science, it's not limited to regression, it's not limited to random forest. It goes further more than just that. We are talking about business, and when we talk business, you have to combine data and business together. Otherwise, what's the point of having data, working with it, and not doing anything with it? Obviously, it's not an organization that does not make money. We are here to make money and also satisfy the client. So when we have issues and we have like demands from the different departments, first we ask the question, what is the benefit of doing such analysis? And one of the most important items in our role of being a data scientist today is ask the right question. Sometimes we don't get the right answer. We have to provide the result to analysis. It doesn't fit anymore to the original question. So one of the advice that I give to most of the data scientists today is always ask the right question before you start something. So in my team as such, what we do most of the time, it can be from simple analytics, can be simple descriptive analytics, which can be just a simple report. But our report is not only a report, it's a report with an advice. We are considered as, within the bank, as being also a consultant. So whenever they need to get a report, we provide the report, but we also give the advice in relation to the strategy of the bank. That's one thing. And we can also do some clustering, which is very important for the marketing purpose and also for the sales purpose, because based on our input on with data, we manage to segment the sales network. We advise them how to work, how to segment the sales network, and the whole network has been divided as such based on our clustering and segmentation. Next to that, we have to support the different marketing aspect. When you say marketing aspect, everything related to predictive modeling, that's part of our daily job. Daily job is more than business as usual, than it's just wow. No. Today, when we talk about analytics, comparing that 10 years back is different. Predictive analytics is the business as usual. If it's not there, people will ask the question, where is it? What happened? How can we improve? So for the time being, I have a job description which is there. Thank you to put it. And I'm looking for somebody who can be very proactive. I'm looking for a data scientist who is not only to be doing regression, but I'm looking for somebody who is going to play with a business, answer the questions of the business, and try to make the best out of the data and provide a solution for the business. So it can be somebody who can be very, let's say, technical, having a good background on informatics, such as SAS and R. Sorry, Python is not yet in the company, and I need somebody who is most likely to be able to speak up for himself, speak up for the business, and speak up to sell data within the enterprise. So that's more of the time a common thing to have the data scientist today, like person from Python. I work with Git also when I was at ING. So the purpose of being data there is to use data is able to sell it to the business. Without that, it's not worth to do it. So that's the position which is available here, and I'm glad to answer any question that you want. I will be standing at the bar probably because of it. Thank you very much.
Any question in the crowd for Beobank? So you have Lucas has a little, so be careful. He's the Australian of.
Thank you very much. I was wondering, because you said you're a strategist also, what strategies do you currently pursue to contribute to the development of more circular forms of economy, or social impact bonds, microcrediting, etc., etc.?
Yeah.
What is Beobank's vision or strategy for the company?
Okay. When you talk about strategy in the economy, one of the biggest, we have the biggest market share in credit. So how do we contribute to the economy is a credit-wise. Acceptance of credit sometimes depends how severe you can be in the credit scoring, but we see how can we improve the development based on the credit-wise and also credit card. These are the two products that were mostly put into forward for the market, and in that way we can help one with the other.
Was there a link with Citibank and Beobank?
There was a link. Actually, originally we were Citibank. We have been purchased by the Credit Mutual No Europe, and that's how we came to the Beobank. And we recently, like 3 years back, we took over BKCP, which is also a bank on the Belgian market for the professional segment. And that's also a segment which we are going to develop, and we're working on it to develop it. So BKCP became Beobank, and Beobank is the most recognized name on the market, and that's why we kept it.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Well, this concludes the business, the part from the companies. Any other companies who want to present? One time, two times. And the floor is yours. And
Okay.
you have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Aura Alegría. I could define myself as an enthusiastic learner. I have a background in computer science, and I am now finishing a PhD in computer science. But I wanted to get a broader knowledge, so I also made a master in human sciences and in business administration. I have a lot of experience in software development, And I would be pleased to be part of your working team. So if you are interested in having contact with me, you can take my email address. Thank you.
Sharp and clear, like Alegria always is. Is there any question for Alegria, or will we do it? Any question from your side? Let's move on to the next in line, which I will discover together with you here. It's Samir, who has denied me access. And Samir, you will have to do that. Let's move on to the next in line then. Sorry, Kevin, it falls on your head. It's you.
Test. Yeah.
Yes, there you are. You are online.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So hi everyone. My name is Jorgo. The English equivalent is George, so you can call me George. So I was actually a professional photographer for almost 10 years. And back in 2013, I decided to do a career change in data science. So to help my transition, I studied pure mathematics at the University of Aristotle University in Greece. And I very recently graduated and immediately joined the data science bootcamp here at DigitYser, both to expand my theoretical knowledge and technical knowledge in the field. So I personally believe that the ability to show potential employers what I can do instead of just telling them I can do something is important. So I created a blog on my personal website where I share some of my data science projects. So at the moment, I have, I guess, 7 completed projects, and a few ongoing ones. The topics I'm most interested in are machine learning using text-based data and deep learning. Specifically deep learning, it's image segmentation. So if you have time to have a look at those projects, I would be very happy to discuss them with you. Thank you. Is it on? Yeah.
It's on now.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kevin Albert. I am an enthusiastic extreme sport lover. I do paragliding and kite surfing as a hobby. I also teach in these activities, so I feel challenged to learn youngsters this sport. It's not so extreme as I mention it, but it's nice. I have 12 to 13 years of experience in IT, most in engineering. I have worked at Bull and at Atos. So as you can see at my email address, I hope I can challenge you to help me change that last part of my email address. And I have experience in these 12 years about working outside of my comfort zone. I go to 60 to 90 different customers in those 12 years, and I have been helping many customers, middle and big companies, institutions, and so on, to help their IT infrastructure.
So I'm used to contact outside customers and go back to my base to talk with my peer colleagues. And I hoped I can achieve the same experience as a data scientist. I would really like to change my engineering career towards data science, and I hope you can help me. Thank you for your attention, and thank you, DigitYser, for the opportunity to learn more about data science. Thank you. Test. Good. Right. I have a whole thing here, so I'm going to try not to look at it. Good evening. My name is Vladimir Jinash. I am a data enthusiast, and I'm a data science bootcamper here at DigitYser. Quickly, an overview of my background. I am a historian and a political scientist, and my thesis specialized on the Brexit phenomenon in the United Kingdom. Also, I was very active in the startup community in Britain. I participated in over 300 conferences and also helped 100 plus companies basically form. And my specialty was to devise modern business solutions to increase competitiveness. After that, I lived in Paris and London and Berlin and finally settled in Brussels, where I work as an independent political consultant. During this time, I was more and more attracted to this data analytic part of business, so I gradually gravitated towards data science, and I joined the boot camp here, and I did the summer coding camp and the data science boot camp right now. I tend to focus more on the exploratory phase in data projects right now, but my main interests lie in visualization and eventually, hopefully, big data. I'm using Stack Overflow right now and Kaggle to kind of model my data journey because I'm still at the beginning and there's a lot to learn. I'm looking for companies that have high impact and work with data in interesting ways, and that could potentially help me specialize and professionalize and work on my skills. So, thank you.
Excellent.
I got
Switch
nervous
over the phone
for some reason.
You did well. One slide presentation composed of 4 slides.
Yeah, excuse me.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Philippe. Sorry for those 4 slides of presentation, but I will try to be very quick as much as possible. Hello everyone, my name is Varun, and I come from a land of place where they talk hundreds of languages. Possibly everybody can guess, right? It's India. So my journey to be an agile data scientist has been started when I was doing my master's in 2013. So at that time, I was working along with my professors, working on projects, simple projects. At that time itself, I started working on some machine-based model, and there I was able to present my project was published in an IEEE for the finite state-based machine model. And in 2000, while I was completing my master's, I got an opportunity. I was selected at KU Leuven as an international scholar to come here and do my master thesis and internship at EMAC. And I took that opportunity to come here to learn and grow. And that was the time when I, while doing my process development, because I was a part of process development team at EMAC, that was a time when I was introduced with DataCamp, and I started following the courses there. And that was the moment where because at the moment I was doing all these Excel-based work, which is today I feel like why I was doing all those stuff today, but at that time I was doing a lot of Excel stuff, and I figured out that somehow I need to get away from all this. And then we started talking with I did talk with my supervisor, and we were able to get me the DataCamp subscription, and I started following the courses, and I tried to apply those learning while I was at work to export ourselves from Excel to more Python-based models. And at that time, I finished my master thesis successfully with publishing my paper with my supervisor. And I also got invited at Leti, CA in France, to for my poster presentation. And later on, I was given an opportunity to work as a process engineer, as I was selected there. And then for 2016 for 2 years, I worked there as a process engineer, working on these difficult tasks of developing the process starting from scratch to getting the model developed and published give it to the customers. And there, finally, while I was doing all this stuff, I was very fortunate enough that I got the DigitYser, and I was so fortunate enough today. I feel that today I have been following this journey of me as to converging towards an agile data science, because, yeah, sure. So I will try to go faster now. Why it's not working? My slides are not. It's stuck here. Oops. Yeah, so data science project that I have been doing right now to apply my skills, what I have learned so far is I'm working on this HIV drug resistance data for Kenya, and there I'm applying this Bayesian inference statistical model, because this is what I have learned and trying to apply these skills on the HIV. And there I'm using these are the language I have been using so far. So I will try not to waste everybody's time. Maybe anybody, if he wants to know more about the project what I'm working on, they can talk to me later on. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Switch it off. You've done a good. Wired up. Everybody can hear you. Put the microphone in front of you. There you go. 2 minutes.
Hi, my name is Vuong Bui. I'm a law graduate and one of the data science boot camper at DigitYser. According to a McKinsey report, 22% of a lawyer job and 35% of a law clerk job will be automated. Data science and artificial intelligence will disrupt not only the legal field, but all fields. This will bring new challenges, but I believe that this will also bring exciting opportunities. I believe that everyone, from all backgrounds, from all experiences, and from all perspectives, we will have to work together to overcome those challenges. And to work together, we need to understand each other. That's one of the reasons why I, coming from a legal background, have decided to learn data science. I personally love to learn, and I have a quite broad range of interests. Right now, I'm doing the data science bootcamp at DigitYser. I'm still at the beginning of my journey as a data scientist, and I'm conscious I still have a lot to learn. I'm looking to join a team where I can grow professionally, but also a team that has a compelling vision and a purpose. Uh, I'm by no means perfect, but I'm open-minded and open to constructive criticism. If you think there could be a good fit between us, I invite you to contact me or to come and talk to me. Thank you.
Okay, I also have 4 slides.
That's perfect. I mean, that's first slide, that's how we do it.
Because they are drawings, so I thought it was important. We can have it just, okay, and how do I click, change? Okay, thank you very much. So, hello, my name is Irene Perez, and I am a communicator, but also I want to become a data science wizard. So, I want to ask you a question. When you went to the university, did you have the opportunity to study data science when you were selecting what kind of education do you wanted to do? No, it's a massive no, isn't it? So when I went to the university, I only knew that I wanted to do something related to interdisciplinarity. I come from South America, and there we have a very strong influence from the US. And probably you know that in US universities, you are able to see the variety of courses that you want to select. So I was very into this, and I decided to study philosophy and art, and later on I studied physics because even though that I didn't have the best mathematical skills, I thought it was important. So yes, I do have a physics background that helps me in my path to data science. However, 10 years ago, when I was at the university, I had the chance to start learning computer science. However, I found it very hard because right now there are a bunch of libraries that allow us to interact with computer science in a very different way. So I just want to say that data scientists aren't born, they are made. This is what all of us are trying to become, but we will only do it if we have your opportunity to be part of your company and have real use cases. However, I just want to point out that we do have the motivation, and we also know that there is something in our lives that is lacking, and it was, yeah, we are not here standing up with the perfect CV, no, but we are here standing up with our motivation, and that is something that we all share in the bootcamp. So I want to say thanks to all the bootcampers, because we want to understand our present situation, but we are all looking towards a future. And thanks for your attention, and for you, Philip, and the rest of DigitYser.
Perfect. Thank you. Pitching just after Irenade. Anyway, my name is Samir Houchen. Like you can read it, I'm a real estate broker and residential specialist. I just, take the chance to take that boot camp for my own learning because everybody here knows that data science it's very important for business and for the implement the new technology. So thank you for having me tonight. I don't know how I can follow my presentation because if I have to be honest, I'm not looking for a job. No. I'm here just to have some new connections and have the chance to grow my skills in data science. And I have all those opportunities here in data and DigitYser. What else? I think it's quite.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Fassé. I have a background in the HR sector and the bank sector in different fields, project management and so on. I have a background of industrial engineering and an executive master in management. I try to go further in the data science bootcamp because it's very important for me to have more skills that are analytical because I have an analytical mind, and I try to go further with my skills to propose the best customer journey for the clients who will be the clients of my future company. I think that my presentation is not there, but I'm very enthusiastic to have some other skills and to share that with all the people that I can help with that. Thank you, and I will be there for more questions.
So that was completely unfair from my part. So we will do that again on the 20th. I'm very sorry. We'll. gentlemen, here is Olmo. I would like to start by thanking Philippe and DigitYser for giving us this opportunity. So my name is Olmo Nieto. I'm a physicist and data scientist, and learning is my passion. In terms of experience, I have a PhD in quantum information from the ULB, which included teaching also to groups between 10 and 30 students. I also have experience in the public sector, where I did a traineeship at the European Commission, working in the field of quantum technology. And finally, I also have experience in data science, where I started with, so this summer I was doing the summer coding camp here at DigitYser, and previous to that I was in London for the Science to Data Science bootcamp, where I gained some commercial experience working for a company in the energy sector. And there we were, as part of a team, we had to forecast the natural gas demand based on weather data. In addition to the analytical skills that I've acquired throughout my studies and PhD, I also have a number of soft skills. I really enjoy diving into new topics. I like working on projects and defining the project, breaking it down into small steps, and working towards the solutions. And I also enjoy working as part of a team. In addition to this, I speak a number of languages, in particular French and a little bit of Dutch also. So if I'm here today, it's because before that, so I would say that what sets me apart is so this variety of experiences that I've had, not only in research, but also in the public sector and in data science. So if I'm here tonight, it's because I'm looking for a data scientist position, preferably in the non-profit or public sector, or in a project with societal impact. So if you're interested, I will be here later on, or you can also contact me by email or on LinkedIn. Thank you.
That for sure. That for sure. I'll just hold it. That will do. All right, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for coming, and I'm really happy to be here with the class of 2018 data science. And as you can see, there's a lot of really, I think, enthusiastic and also progressive people here that are looking for jobs. About myself, I'm here because I aspire or have a vision of using digital tools and emerging technologies to contribute in building more inclusive, progressive, and sustainable forms of society, which has led me in my latest initiative of founding a startup called Help Your Hood, with help of Corp City, a sort of humanitarian Tinder where we try to match the skills of the civic population with the socio-humanitarian needs. And that's what I'm doing besides the data camp. A bit on my journey towards getting here, I've done a bachelor in human geography, and then followed up with a double master's in public policy and human development, focusing on systems of innovation and migration, and then was asked to work as a research consultant for the university on projects mainly in the field of research and development, but also we developed a peer-to-peer learning community in sub-Saharan Africa, which was very exciting. So I think skills that I can offer are obviously in the research domain, system analysis, econometrics, which we've done quite exhaustively in our masters, as well as impact evaluations of different sorts. And what I'm passionate about is scenario building and predictive modeling. And with predictive modeling obviously goes machine learning. So, as in myself, I think what I can contribute is I'm very creative as a person. I love to think out the box, and I love challenges of all sorts. And I don't shy away from them, but I like confronting them and then see how we can work from then. Yeah, so that's why I'm here. I'm also looking for another challenge. And I would like to thank once more DigitYser for this great opportunity, and also our class, have the chance to do it formally once more, for all the support in our learning journey. So yeah, looking forward to some networking over some drinks. And also a special thank you to Olivier, who's organizing everything and who's been relentlessly working for us. So, yeah. That's it. All right, all right. Happy networking, eh?
Non, mais ça va être très... merci. Hello everyone, I'm Sarah. I would like to speak about my why for the data sciences. It's to have a field in my life that has to make with creativity and innovation, intellectual curiosity, added value creation, predictions, big data, and an overview of datasets. Sorry, thank you. Who I am, so my name, Sarah Fassiferi. I'm technical and business oriented. I have a background in the financial sector and HR sector. Also a background of project management in the bank sector, corporate banking. And I am very analytical, and I try to have an open mind and a critical mind. Here it's an overview of the technical skills and the non-technical skills, but I think that I have given an overview of all my big skills. And for my objectives is to go through these different fields. It was engineering studies in 2015, HR sector in 16, 17 private banking, and then corporate banking, and I will go to the data sciences field in 2018. So I don't know if you have any question.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. This concludes the second job fair event of the data science bootcampers. I would like to welcome all the to thank all the companies who made the effort to come here and to show a different side of themselves, explaining why they are here and what kind of people that they are hiring. So a very warm thank you to Beobank, to Essent, to Python Prediction, to Lantana, and I'm forgetting somebody who did. Oh yes. He said, "I'm going to paint the Explodata there on the wall." So that's what you get when you want to paint Explodata on the wall. Okay, Explodata was here as well. Thank you also for the boot campers. Don't underestimate the effort they are going through for the past 5 months. They joined this journey of becoming a data scientist. We have prepared for them a track which is multi-skilled and multi-technology. It's not easy to go through, or even at the same time through a Python course and do a SAS certification and do an R course at the same time. We know it's not easy, but you do an excellent job in handling that, and you have proven it many times. I'm so happy to see your enthusiasm in giving back everything you get. You've been working on the HIV hack like mad women and mad men. Your enthusiasm is amazing. We were hoping to have like 10 different ways of mapping out the problem areas. We have more than that yet. All thanks to your effort and the energy you are putting into that. It will, I'm sure, bring you a lot of stripes and stars on your shoulders, because you're doing something for good, and you are doing a project from where there is not a lot of data available, so you have to research data and to get it from PDFs and so on. So thank you everybody for being here tonight. Last time I felt so proud is when my son was on the radio Studio Brussels 2 weeks ago. Now I'm even prouder to see you all working hard and doing a good job. I would like to thank Olivier for organizing it, and I would like to thank Duke for being the older brother, the man who's always there to answer the question. Thank you, Duke, for being here. Thank you, Olivier. Also, on the technical side, we are starting playing with the green screen. I'm curious to see how it looked like. I know I'm not standing at the right place, and I'm probably out of the frame. And I'm not doing it on purpose this time. So thank you, everybody. You all have received a little DigiCoin, which is still in plastic, but it's also on the blockchain, but that's for next time. Let's have some beer, do some networking. See you. There are 2 more important dates you need to remember. Next Friday, 23rd, as of lunchtime, we are starting this Data for Good exercise. Yeah, we need the help of everybody. And the 20th of December, we are doing the last job fair, and that job fair would be followed by our first anniversary celebration of this wonderful place called DigitYser. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ricardo, for the technical support. Thank you, Christian, who is our intern from Slovenia. And thank you, everybody. See you later at the bar.